I'm going to read a statement to you, and then we'll answer a few questions, if you have questions at the end of it. To my right here is the mayor of Bean Station, Tennessee, Terry Wolf. To my left is the chief of police of Bean Station, Justice. And to my further to his left is TBI agent in charge, Dwayne Johnson, that covers Bean Station and Granger County. My name is Jimmy Dunn, District Attorney General of the 4th Judicial District. Today, May the 23rd, 2013, at approximately 11:15 a.m., a white male entered the Down Home Pharmacy, 1034 Main Street, Bean Station, Tennessee, and robbed the pharmacy of a large quantity of pills. During the robbery, the suspect shot and killed 2 people. Those killed were the owner of the store, Stephen Lovell, of Morristown, Tennessee. He was shot and died at the scene. A customer, Richard Alexander Somerville of Bean Station, Tennessee, was also shot and died at the scene. 2 other people were shot by the suspect and were flown by Lifestar to the University of Tennessee Medical Center. Both are in stable condition. They are employees of the pharmacy. They are identified as Alexia Gail Wilson, age 45, of Morristown, Tennessee, a pharmacy tech at the pharmacy, and Janet Colin Cliff of Rutledge, Tennessee. All families of the victims have been notified. The suspect has been identified and arrested. Jason Bryan Holt, H-O-L-T, a white male, age 37, of Bean Station, Tennessee. The suspect was arrested within minutes of this tragedy, a short distance from the scene, by members of the Bean Station Police Department, the Rutledge Police Department, and the Granger County Sheriff's Department. The suspect Holt was a former Bean Station police officer and also worked briefly for the Granger County Sheriff's Department, and that employment was some 10 years ago. The guns and the drugs taken from the pharmacy were recovered during the arrest. Our prayers and our sympathies go out to the victims' families. This is a devastating event for our small community of Bean Station, Tennessee. I want to thank all of the agencies involved in the arrest and the investigation of this horrible tragedy. And that would be the Bean Station Police Department, the Rutledge Police Department, the Granger County Sheriff's Department, and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Also helping out were members of the Tennessee District Attorney General's Office in the 4th Judicial District. Any questions?
Any idea how this escalated from a robbery, which we've seen before, to this kind of incident?
Still under investigation at this time.
The Granger County Sheriff's deputies were at a house right here off of this road. Was that Jason Holt's mother's house where he had been staying?
That's my information.
What type of gun was it?
It was a revolver, 6-shot.
You said it's been 10 years since he was law enforcement?
Well, some period of time. It was in the early 2002, somewhere in that.
Why did he stop being law enforcement?
I don't have that information.
We have heard that he was stealing evidence out of the Bean Station police officer evidence locker. Is that correct?
I'm not privileged to that exact information at this time.
Do we know how many shots were fired inside of the pharmacy?
The investigation is continuing.
Was he the only one to fire a gun in the pharmacy?
That's our information.
Can you say what kind of pills he was taking?
Oxycodone.
Does he have a record?
I don't have that information available at this time.
How much money was taken?
As far as I know, no money was taken.
When he goes there for the pharmacy protection.
Don't have that information.
Was the gun Mr. Holt used registered to him? Was it his weapon?
This case is under investigation and we'll continue to find them.
How did you apprehend him so quickly?
The officers were in the area and when the call went out, and they very diligently were on alert and made the arrest.
I heard there were surveillance cameras in there, is that correct?
As in all pharmacies.
Under what circumstances did he leave the police force?
I don't know.
Do you know when he left the police force?
Don't have that information exactly.
Do you know when he was an officer?
When he was an officer, probably in about 2002. Mayor, do you have that information?
Our records indicate he was a Bean Station police officer from 2002 to early 2004, and then he subsequently quit our department and went to the Granger County Sheriff's Department, where he was a short-lived officer there also.
So 2004 was the last time he was an officer with a beating station?
Yes.
What do you want to say to the community after a crime like this has happened?
Well, the community, of course, will be grieving for this horrible tragedy that occurred, but they should be proud of the police agencies who were observant, on the job, observant, and was able to make an arrest just within minutes of this horrible crime.
Can you speak to how unusual it is for a robbery to turn into a multiple homicide like that?
No comment.
Do you feel like anything could have or should have been done to stop this before it happened?
No comment.
Where were the two victims that are alive, where were they shot on their body?
I'm not going to reveal that at this time. It's still under investigation.
We heard that one was shot in the head. Can you confirm that?
No comment on that at this time.
Are the bodies, are they still in the storage? Did you remove them yet?
Our case is still under investigation.
Was Mr. Holt under the influence when he was in the pharmacy and when you were arrested?
We have no information to that effect.
How much was he trying to rob in terms of the amount of the oxycodone?
I have no idea.
You know why the meeting was kept so far back when the general public was roaming around the area?
I can't comment on that. I don't have that information.
Is he been charged?
He will be charged, and I'm glad you asked that. He will be charged tonight with 2 counts of premeditated first-degree murder. He will be charged tonight with 2 counts of first-degree murder by perpetration of a robbery, and as commonly known as felony murder. He will be charged with 1 count of especially aggravated robbery. And that's all that I have at this time.
Any
The
idea?
other victims, the other 2 victims that are still alive, will you be charged for
It would
those?
be, we'll charge 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder.
Did he know these individuals personally?
I don't have that information.
Is he being held without bond?
We will ask that he be held without bond.
Will he be arraigned in a jail cell, or will he be arraigned actually in a courtroom?
I can't answer that.
Do you know if the person who was attempting to rob, he was interacting with, resisted, or what led up to the actual shots being fired?
That's still under investigation.
What grounds do you have for the premeditation charge?
The facts of the investigation.
Do you believe that he planned this to kill these people before he went into the store?
He's charged with premeditated, or he will be charged with premeditated murder.
Do you think the death penalty will be put on the table?
That will be something to consider.
We know premeditation can happen fairly quickly out to the point of the shooting. Are you suggesting that he made that decision before or after he went into the pharmacy?
I have no comment on that. That'll be for the courtroom.
You may have answered this already. Did he have any relationship that you know of with the people that he shot?
I have no information on that. Okay? Thank you very much.